Welcome back. My name is Patrick, and this is the Oilers Rundown. Yesterday, we received our first look at the Oilers' new reverse retro logo. It's very similar, of course, to the Todd McFarlane third jersey that was originally unveiled on October 6th, 2001. On today's episode of the Oil Stream, Tom Gazzola gave us a very small look at the actual jersey. Here's the clip.
Full-blown like a Sasquatch sighting. Like it's a little blurry, it's on a phone, but look at that right there. That's that jersey. That's the retro, right, Tommy?
That's it.
That looks good.
How do you like that?
That must be a McDavid jersey because there's a C on it.
Well, I'll let you figure it out.
Yeah. That looks nice.
It actually turned out pretty nice. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're looking at that same base as the navy blue, essentially, right? Like
it's navy blue,
yeah.
Yes.
Obviously, I can't wait to see an official photo. That jersey is a definite must-buy for me. And Tom Gazzola also mentioned on the Oil Stream podcast that there would be a new third jersey next season as well, so can't wait to see that one, and I'm sure I'll be adding that one to my collection as well. We also got a look at Leon Draisaitl in the returning royal blue jersey. It looks awesome. I love the jersey selections for this year. The Patrick Kane watch continues. No significant updates on it, but as most Oilers fans know, Oilers Now host Bob Stauffer has been pushing for Kane heavily on his shows over the past few days. Stauffer believes the time to strike is now, and I agree with him. If you're going to surrender a bunch of assets to acquire Patrick Kane, I want him for the whole season, not for 2 months at the end of the year after the trade deadline. I've covered Patrick Kane a lot in my recent videos, but I do get a lot of requests for updates, so here's just another quick summary of where things stand. We know the Oilers are interested in Patrick Kane, but according to TSN's Tom Gazzola, there are no trade talks going on at present. Chicago reporter Ben Hope informed Stauffer on Oilers Now today that Kane has not asked for a trade yet, and the Hawks won't move him until he does so. As I mentioned, Bob Stauffer has been pushing Kane, and when he pushes a particular player, it's usually because he's being guided that way by Oilers management. It will most likely take a three-way trade for the Oilers to acquire Kane, probably involving the Arizona Coyotes to make the money work. The Hawks would have to hold 50% of Kane's contract to make a trade work with any team, and the Oilers would likely be adding their 2023 first-round pick, Jesse Puljujarvi, Warren Foegele, and some B-level prospects like Dmitry Samorukov. The Oilers certainly aren't the only team interested in Kane. The Toronto Maple Leafs have been mentioned in recent days, and we know the New York Rangers and Buffalo Sabres are also in the mix, among others. Aside from that, there's been a lot of talk, but talk is all it is at this point. Dustin Nielsen and Tom Gazzola continue to downplay the chances of it happening on today's episode of the Oil Stream. The general consensus is the Oilers should focus on upgrading the defense, which I agree with, but I would also, obviously, love to add Patrick Kane. As I was preparing this video, Tyler Yarmachuk with Daily Faceoff said that Frank Saravalli would have a Patrick Kane update tonight. If it's really big, I might make another quick video for you guys, but if not, I'll just post it on my social media at Oilers Fanatic YT on Twitter and Instagram. Potential Oilers target Phil Kessel has been linked to the Calgary Flames in recent days. The Flames still have $2.1 million in cap space to add, but they do have to lock in RFA Adam Ruzicka. UFA Evgeny Svechnikov, who has been linked to the Oilers, changed his agent recently to Dan Milstein. We know Ken Holland and Dan Milstein have a great working relationship, and Ken Holland drafted Svechnikov when he was with Detroit. Not sure a contract happens there, but I could see the Oilers extending a PTO opportunity. Svechnikov is a left winger who picked up 19 points last season in Winnipeg. In a recent article at Oilers Nation, Tyler Yarmachuk pointed out that Svechnikov is an average player and doesn't really stand out in any particular way, hence why he hasn't gained traction anywhere. Yarmachuk points out his top 3 targets are Phil Kessel, Zach-Aston and Evan Rodriguez, and I agree with all 3 choices. They all have the potential to have the most impact. On defense, Calvin DeHaan and Danny DeKeyser were 2 targets mentioned. DeHaan can play both sides, which would be a significant advantage, and of course DeKeyser has the Ken Holland connection and could be a viable 7th D-man option. Most of these targets will need to come in on a PTO, as the Oilers simply don't have the money right now. We await a Ryan McLeod signing, and although it's not a 100% certainty, you have to think a trade is coming at some point to free up some very valuable cap space. Well, that's all for now, guys. Like I said, Patrick Kane information's pretty much on repeat. Not much new out there. Bob Stauffer hypes it up. Tom Gazzola shoots it down. So we'll see what happens, but nothing big on Patrick Kane. Like I said, we are getting another update tonight from Frank Saravalli with Daily Faceoff, so we'll see what Frank has to say. If it's a big update, I'll let you guys know. If not, just look for it on my social media, and I'll provide the information there, and I'll probably mention it again in the next video. Let me know your thoughts on everything in the comment section below. If this is your first visit to the channel, and you like what you see, please consider liking and subscribing for all the latest Oilers content. You've been watching the Oilers Fanatic. Thanks for being a fan. Take care, guys. I'll see you soon.